integration was the most difficult part, especially the integration of our former liberation forces into the National Defense Force. Most difficult. And Zimbabweans warned us. I was there. I was given 4 months training there. And they told us it's very, very difficult. It's difficult because you find an established situation where people think they are the ones who know everything. Small digression. I had a sergeant major. I can't change certain things quickly. Trust me. But when I went to visit the Defense Force in Botswana, in Tanzania, I went with Mokrov. You know, Mokrov was with the Special Forces. And I went with him also to Egypt. I went together with other officers. He was one of the people. He was a sergeant major in the old Defense Force. And some of them had a queer idea. They thought that when you are a freedom fighter, you were trained somewhere under a tree somewhere. Some funny tree somewhere. I don't know. They did not know that we were trained in some institutions, highly accredited military institutions, by well-trained people. I go to Tanzania, I'm driven in a caravan by a black pilot to Dodoma. We're going to Congo, Dodoma, and then by road to Congo. And then I think he must have been shivering that maybe this thing is just going to go down. I'm saying it because of his remarks afterwards. That he's surprised that he sees a jet leaving the ground by a black pilot in Botswana. He can't believe that. Because he has always been going only for operation. He can't believe that. He can't believe his eyes. Because they were thinking that we know nothing. I'm trying to show you the danger, that the problems that JM and his staff had. I had a problem trying to promote a chap, and if I promote, see, but this is a young, nothing. But there are young chaps. They are young chaps. He's a young chap. He's a young brigadier, a young colonel. But there are young colonels. He can't believe Mashwala could be, I can make Mashwala a colonel. The experience that I talked about, the 4 months in Zimbabwe, they told us, Mjaji, General Mjaji, Brigadier General Mjaji. He says, it's difficult, but you must be very careful. Also, don't promote people who are going to embarrass you. This is the training I got from Zimbabwe. That we made a mistake to make certain people that thing, and then they became an embarrassment. So what it meant is that when you make somebody you put somebody into a certain position as an officer, you must know that that person knows what to do. And that is why I valued the 4 months that we had and the experience that they gave us. It was difficult. We had to have a problem of a whole block of kennels like this. You cannot promote other people because they are there. Others went away, they bangala, because our general is going, so we also go. And later on they realized, it was not worth it. It was stupid. Because they were told that this thing is going to collapse, those people know nothing. That's why I talked about the tree and all those things. They didn't know that we trained. We went to the Egyptian Special Forces place. He gets surprised. This is where we are trained. And I tell him, this was a small place even that time, in 1963, when I was training here. And they took me around, they wanted to look in that building where it was in that corner. Well, that's where I was sleeping. When we were training, together with some of the South Yemen soldiers. You know, it was a difficult period during the time of Gamal Abdul Nasser. So, yes, it was very difficult for him. You had to nurse the feelings of some of these people, whilst advancing what you want to achieve.